Senior Elementary, it is time for another art video. We are going to continue working with our book arts and our handmade book. Last week I put out a video that talked very briefly about how to make a smush book. And hopefully you have made 3 of them. You have practiced how to fold your blank page, cut the one single cut so that when you open it and fold it all back together, it makes a very cute little book that has 8 panels in it. What I'd like to do is talk to you guys right now about the book art specifically. Some of you guys may not know that handmade books and book artists are a real thing, and that there are many professional artists out there making handmade books. It's a really beautiful type of media to work with because it stretches what the idea of what is a book. Is it only a book with a hardcover and you open it up and it's got 150 pages in it, or is it only a textbook, or is it only fiction? You know, it really stretches the imagination of what is a book, and book artists do just that. They make you question, what is it that you're looking at? So let's take a look at a few book artists right now.
This is Julie Chen. She's a professional book artist working since 1987. This is her book called Inversions from 2000. The cover is just a hard cover with a tiny window in the front, but as you open it, you can see that the work goes back in space. That's why this type of book is called a tunnel book. Lots of different layers. Another artist is Thomas Allen. This is his work called Uplift from 2004. It's an altered book, which means that he's found an old book and used X-Acto knives to change the way the pictures appear. This photograph showing the shadow is just as important as the rest of the book.
So you guys, these are just 2 examples of book artists who are making work today. They are contemporary book artists, but handmade books have gone back thousands of years. Here's a few examples of some really old book arts, handmade book arts. I want you to take a note of the attention to detail is what I'm trying to say. Take a look at the attention to detail in some of these illustrations.
This is called an illuminated manuscript. This one is from 1637. This one has gold paint and gold leaf decorations on parchment paper. And technically speaking, an illuminated manuscript always uses gold or silver. This one's from a Bible and created in what was Persia, now Iran.
So we are coming somewhere closer to contemporary book arts with our smush book. We are working on a small book that won't have gold in it, but you certainly can use gold coloring if you like, if you have gold glitter, or maybe you want to use your awesome gold gel pen to illustrate. That's totally okay with me. You know that I'm open to that. Not too open to glitter, but if you're careful and you use it well, maybe I'll let that slide. We are going to talk right now about what you're going to put inside your book, and I am going to ask you to clear your mind about anything that is chattering on back there and really focus on our big ideas for our smush book. There are 8 of them, and as you will see in just a second, we are going to go through and think about these 8 really big ideas that will help us fill our smush book. This is going to be a visual self-portrait storybook, and we know that self-portraits are a reflection of the artist. So that's you. And we need your input in order to fill a book about you. Let's take a look at these 8 really big ideas. You will need your sketchbook and you will need a pencil for this part.
Open up your sketchbook to a blank page. Anywhere is fine. The next blank page is fine. You are going to set this up, and you probably will fill up the entire page with ideas. I am going to add a little title at the top. It's just going to say Smush Book, and I'm getting ready to answer some of these huge themes that will fill my panels. Number 1, who am I? Just go ahead and write these down right now. You don't need to answer them. Number 2, when I was younger. Remember that you are only writing right now. You are not sketching. Number 3, my biggest fear. Number 4 is my greatest joy. Number 5, when I'm alone. This one can be kind of sad or it can be kind of happy. Number 6, my biggest dream. Number 7, someday I will. These are some big time goals you might have. And number 8, my favorite opinion. I know that some of you may have a popular opinion, and for some of you, it's going to be an unpopular opinion. That's okay, it's yours. Once you have all of these 8 ideas listed in your sketchbook, I want you to go back and start answering some of these questions. Sometimes you can write the first thing that comes to your mind. Like for number 1, I wrote that I'm a dog lover. I'm an artist, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher. Just write things that come to your mind. If it feels comfortable, go ahead and add a few little sketches. You're going to work your way through the list, answering the questions that you have answers to. You see that I just skipped number 3. I didn't have anything on the top of my head. I'm going to come back to that one later. Some of these questions, you're going to feel like, man, I know exactly what I would draw for that, and I want you to draw it. This is not a time for you to be worrying about things that are perfect. Just jot it down, get it on this page. You don't need to answer all 8, but you have to answer at least 5 because this will fill up your book and your panels with the ones that go across 2 pages. Find a new page, and we are going to make the sketching page. Fold this page in half. Do not tear this page out of your sketchbook. Just do your best to fold it in half. Open it up, and then fold it in half the other way. So now I have a shorter, fatter rectangle before it was long and skinny. I'm going to fold it one more time. I've got a super skinny little rectangle here. And what you've created is basically an 8-panel sketchbook page. And this is going to be perfect for you to put the sketches from your big idea list into your sketchbook.
These 8 big ideas are going to help you fill the panels inside your book. Like I said in the video, you do not have to answer all of these 8 ideas. Some of them you may not have an answer for, like I did. I kind of moved past that. And some of these you will want to come back to. You have to at least have 5, because 5 answers will help you to fill up your book. And when you start illustrating and you start selecting some of these ideas, I want you to remember that I am giving you permission to be abstract in your illustrations. I am giving you permission that what you include does not need to be realistic, in that if you are including a dog, you're a dog lover like me, you do not need to draw a lifelike Doberman Pinscher on one of your panels. It's okay if things become abstracted through this book and you use symbols. Maybe you end up drawing a dog collar. That's just an example. Or maybe you draw a dog bone, or Maybe you draw a dog tag, you know, you zoom in really close on what would be a dog tag, Rover. You guys, it doesn't have to be something that you are stressing about with adding these sketches, and that's what they are right now. Right now in your sketchbook, you are creating ideas, very, very loose ideas. These are sketches. They are not meant to be perfect. They are not meant to be the final draft. So don't weigh yourself down with that, okay? Here's how I approached taking some of my answers into my sketchbook.
Once you've got your 8-panel page set up in your sketchbook, grab one of your test books and open it up. This is going to be like a map for you. This is going to show you where your page numbers are, what's up, what's down. Go ahead and transfer some of that information into your actual sketchbook. All I'm doing is copying the page numbers, making sure that I get my orientation correct. I don't want things to get confused. Making a little note on which pages are going to be combined. And now I can start looking at my sketchbook where I wrote down my big ideas and start thinking about cover, inside panels, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in with Who Am I? That's going to be on my cover. That's my #1 page. I'm going to go in and add a few ideas that symbolize what it means to me to be an artist. Just adding a few different types of media. I'll throw a little drawing back in the background and moving forward. My second panel that I'm going to do is a double. So one picture is going to cross over 2 pages. This is why you guys only have to answer at least 5 big ideas, because there are 3 double panels in this book and 2 singles, the cover and the back. I'm answering when I was younger. I really liked ice cream, so I'm throwing in a big banana split here. Delicious.
All right, so the expectation is that you are creating a list in your sketchbook of the 8 big ideas that we talked about, and that you are taking a blank page in your sketchbook and you are folding it up and dividing it into 8 panels so that you can begin sketching your ideas about your visual self-portrait storybook. If you are finding it difficult to, say, find the time to do a project like this, remember that, like I've mentioned before, we are all given the same amount of time in a day. All of you have independent work time, and you can slice out 10 or 15 minutes in that time to open up your sketchbook and sketch one of your big ideas. You can do this. And I am very much looking forward to seeing your ideas. I will hopefully be able to pop in on a Zoom with you soon, check in with a live class, and we can share out your ideas before we start rolling into the final. So email me, you guys, show me what you've got, ask me your questions. I will tell you that there is one kiddo in particular, and you know who you are, who has emailed me every single project, and I am grateful to you. I am grateful to the other kids who are checking in with me as well. Just know that I miss you guys. I believe in this project and I believe in you, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. See you next time.